Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. I know I'm coming early a bit this Thursday afternoon, but it's okay because I know that we have so many things to share. I need to end in 30 minutes also to attend to something, but I'm still coming live to be able to give you the part two of our topic on um, work life well being. So I would like to, I know that I'm quite early. Either you're going to catch it later or you're going to listen to it via YouTube or Spotify. Still, I don't want to shortchange you, friends. So please get your coffee. I'm having I think this is my second cup of coffee for the day so that I can be better and alert for I'm attending a webinar, an online seminar this afternoon. So, friends, welcome to Coffee Break. I know we have a lot of insights on well-being. So bago ko magsimula, I'm going to share and let's share together, tayo, mag-usap tayo, practical ways for us to our work-life well-being. So many has been said about well-being. Many of us are already compromised in our well-being. The other day, I asked you, oh, hi Ria from Japan. I asked you the other day, how would you assess your well-being now? So I am so happy that the ones who are listening, our listeners, are sharing that it's 4 5, a scale of 1 to 10. It's the average of 4 5 6 and 7. And we don't mind if we are at the average kasi talaga namang effort suportahan ng sarili, tama ba? So for the people who are here, I hope that you will not make me as your taga-kwento for this afternoon. Oh, hi Kathy, Ani Koche. I hope that you're okay. It's been a while since you joined us here. So the other day, if you would replay that episode, we talk about well-being. We talk about our perception of well-being, our feelings about well-being, and our action steps toward well-being, and the possible reasons why bakit tayo nahihirapan na i-align at ayusin ang ating well-being. So, because of that, I would like you to look into also the points that I shared, the practical considerations for our well-being. So I would start from how I ended the other day. So practical insights to consider. In talking about well-being, it's actually just not about mental health. Mental health is mental and physical health. It's actually under our well-being. Well-being is composed of wellness in all aspects of our being: physical, mental, emotional, social, and even the spiritual side. So, when you come to think of it, it includes also relationships, healthy relationships. It's include purpose in life. It's including life satisfaction and happiness, and even our financial well-being. It's included there, and of course, the more prominent now, our physical and emotional well-being, or the physical and the mental well-being. Friends, alam ko, in this time of lockdown, ah, in this time of isolation, many families are getting sick. Alam ko talaga it's really the physical aspects of our being that's affected. But I know also that many cannot help but to be affected mentally. Tama ba sinasabi ko? Na marami rin sa atin yung bang, okay, there's COVID in the family, we are sick in the family. Pero many, bumababa yung resistensya, nagiging mas prone sila even though they're trying to be very secure and not to have been isolating themselves. Maybe because even though despite their isolating, hindi pa rin tumitigil sa kaiisip, or that they cannot help but to think and worry. Another is that um, because of isolation, they see it also as the means not to connect with the people they love. So, lalong dumadagdag yung concern. So, I would like you to consider that there are no one size fits all, but one aspect of our well-being. If one aspect of our well-being is affected, the rest can be affected. So, I would like you to look into that. There's no one size fits all. And in being able to support our well-being, we have to check our interest. Gusto mo ba yung ginagawa mo? How are you supporting your well-being? Check your values and check your resources. And what are your desired results? Baka kaya ka nahihirapan gawin to kasi hindi mo naman pala gusto. Ayaw mo mag-exercise, I realize I don't want to exercise kasi, excuse me, I actually don't want dressing up. Yung nasa bahay magsasapatos pa and everything, I don't like it. So, that's why yoga works well for me. And this morning, my reflection was that I really honor my body and myself that despite that sometimes it's hard, sometimes nakakatamad, lalo nga na ngayon na malamig, I'm sticking to my yoga practice. Either it's 20 or 30 minutes or 45 minutes a day. And that's enough for me to honor my body because I am doing it because I love myself. I'm taking care of my well being. I need to, that movement. I need to sweat. I need that good workout. So for me, kahit anong sabihin ng iba about yoga, kahit sabi nila, oh, stretch lang yan eh, or di ba light yan, walang impact. For me, I don't mind because for me, that's the total movement that I need for my body and for my sanity. So we have to check, nasan tayo? You have to check also kung, hey, am I supporting myself because nakikigaya lang ako or because there's a big why? So we have to learn to take small steps one at a time. So if you are going to practice a well-being step, it doesn't have to be complete. Di ba yung iba, oh, I would like to go into an exercise routine pero dapat kumpleto yung gamit ko, dapat meron na akong ganito. No, you just have to start small. You just have to start somewhere. Another thing is that consider that well-being strategy will bring you not just wellness but wholeness. Yung feeling mo this is really a part of you. It's integrating it in your life. Because when we just look at it as a well-being, magpapayat para wag magkasakit, we don't own it. We don't take real responsibility for it. So that's something that I would like you to reflect. That the goal of well-being is to make us well. But more important, that the goal of having a well-being is to make us whole. So, the question, my big question, friends, ayan, marami na tayong nandito. Who is really responsible for our well-being? For us who are employed, for us na nasa mga organization, we have an employer, who's really in charge? Because I hear a lot of people saying na, eh, hindi naman yan ino-offer eh. Ay, buti pa kayo sa office nyo may ganyan. Ay, dapat kasi yung mga offices mag-offer eh. Pero, what if, what if, what if your workplace will not offer anything to support you? What will you do? Will we just leave our well-being to chance? Ay, kasi hindi ako nagluluto sa bahay kaya hindi ko kontrolado yung kinakain ko. That's another thing. Right? Ay, hirap kasi. Kasi parang sa bahay namin, hindi ako maging healthy. Kasi lahat ang kinakain, puro meat. So, is that really how it should be? So my question is, who actually is responsible for our well-being as adults? Friends, we're adults. The challenge is that don't wait for your benefits. Don't wait for other people. Thank you, Belle, for saying we are the one responsible for our well-being. And I'm always pointing it out. Tayong responsable. Huwag mong sisihin yung ibang tao. Pag bumaba resistensya mo, kasi yung kasama ko sa kwarto, yung asawa ko, lagi nanonood ng Netflix, nakikipanood ako. Huwag mo silang sisihin. Napupuyat ako, find ways to be able to help yourself. And we have to also learn how to set boundaries for our work life. This is what I've heard many times. I don't know who's guilty here, but I've heard many times that kasi pag gabi, minsan dun pa nag-email yung office. Are we in control of what people will tell us? No, we're not. But we can actually control how to deal with it, how we reply. If we choose, I personally, if some people would message me at night, minsan alas 10, 10:30 may magme-message sa akin. Para sa akin, ang dapat lang sagutin ideally are emergencies. Matter of life and death. So, personally, if I get messages at night that hindi naman chika, hindi naman random people asking for something work-related, I really put boundaries. I really put boundaries on because I value my sleep. I value my rest. I value just lounging in the bed, reading. So, importante yan sa akin. So, that is setting boundaries for your work life. So, if many people would say that I hear a lot of times, for those of you who are working, who among you are experiencing this, yung may magte-text sa gabi, may mag-email sa gabi, ang tanong, kailangan mo ba talagang sagutin lahat? Eh, kasi nandun eh. Because if you start allowing people to penetrate your rest time, you are actually not cutting the pattern. And they would get used to knowing na magre-reply naman kasi yon. That is setting boundary. So we have, babalik ako doon sa question, who is responsible for our well-being? All honesty, with all directness, whether you like to hear about this or not, we are responsible for our well-being. So let's look into, can you all type that with me? I am responsible for my well-being. Now, what are the practical well-being things we can actually look into? So let's first look at our mental well-being. Yan, napaka-importante sa madami yan. Napaka-importante ang ating mental well-being. So, sa tingin nyo, ano yung isa nating magagawa? Ano yung ginagawa mo personally to take care of your mental well-being? So, the first thing, refrain. If you're working, refrain from checking work emails after work. Yun na yung segue ko kanina. So, if you can, please do not, if you can, if kaya, baka sabihin nyo, baka magalit yung boss ko, baka magalit yung workmate ko. Well, there is such thing as honoring your work hours. Yung iba nag-extend na about an hour or two. Yes, but if it's already time to sleep, you don't need to get up at night to open your laptop or to open your mobile phones. Refrain from checking work emails after work hours because it's honoring your sleep. It's actually not productivity. What we thought to be productive is to do anything that is asked of us. No, productivity is putting the right amount of rest and sleep so that the following day we can do more, we can give more, we can be better productive. That's why I hear so many ang sinasabi nila, eh kasi hindi na ako napapagod na ako eh. Do you hear that? Napapagod na ako sa trabaho, talagang stressful. Lahat naman talaga ng trabaho, may kasamang stress. Package deal yan. But it's up to us on how we allow it to get into our system. Do we allow our work hours to overstep our rest and recreation and family time? That's a question for you. So, one, refrain from checking work emails. Another, set clear working hours on your calendar. So if you have a calendar like me, I have a planner, ano yung malinaw sa'yo na ito yung work hours ko. So at this time, this is the time that I will check emails. Personally, for me, meron akong days na dapat ito yung mga, okay, in the morning, that's my thinking time, that's my muni-muni time. If possible, I move meetings in the afternoon. If possible, lahat ng meetings ko sa hapon. Para sa umaga, dyan ako nagpe-prepare ng content, dyan ako gumagawa ng mga kailangan kong pag-isipan. So that's actually setting clear working hours. Because here, in the time of work from home or remote work, nakakalimutan natin na maglagay ng boundaries. So sino maglalagay niyan? Whether you like it or not, you put it or you don't put it. Nagpapadala ka lang. So when other people say na, I'm working already in my jammies or um, I'm working and I'm in my workout clothes. No, that's not me. Because for me, dressing up for work is actually commanding my body that it's time to work. Since since I think I was doing my dissertation, I've been working from home. There are just days that I would leave to teach and then I would leave to meet clients or to have meetings and to do talks outside. So sanay ako na merong mga time na nandito ako sa bahay working. But it's something that I already commanded myself na be in work clothes. It does not need to be fancy, but it needs to be respectful of who you are, respectful of your dignity as a working person, as a career woman or man. So please, I hope that it's something you consider. Clear working hours, and also it's mental well-being that if you set it, you put the right conditions. Am I making sense, friends? Is this practical for you? What is it that you do to help your mental well-being? The third, when given a task, know what and when ang expectation. Pag binigyan ka ng trabaho, so you have to ask, when are you expecting? Or what are you expecting from me? This assignment, what are you expecting from me? That proposal, when do you need it? Yes. So we have to learn how to ask for clarity, so that in our head we're not always rushing, naku kailangan ko na mabigay, naku meron pa akong, yung bang yung layer natin ng stress matatanggal yung iba, because we can pace our time and we can pace ourselves. I think at this time we can know when we work best. That's a mental well-being strategy. So for me, many times I've heard, it's hard for me, it's not my default to think in the afternoon. My default is actually to think, to write, to plan in the morning. So minsan, pag kailangan ko magsulat ng articles, I wake up 5 a.m. just to be able to write. I'm going to tell you, when I was doing my dissertation, gumigising ako ng alas 3, alas 4, when I was doing my PhD, for just me to be able to think well, so that pag gising na lahat sa bahay, marami na akong nagawa. Kung may maistorbo man ako, that's my boundary. And then I just take a nap, a little nap in the morning. So, hi, Doc. Sorry, I'm late, Car. No, you're not late. I'm just early, okay? No one is late today. I'm just early. So, friends, that's practical mental well being. What do you do to take care of your mental well being? So, the practical steps that I'm sharing with you: refrain from checking work related messages after work hours. So, kung after, ang work hours mo is 6, sige, bigyan mo hanggang alas 7, pero after nun, wala nang sagutan, ha? And then after that, set clear working hours on your calendar. So itong oras to, ako personally, meron din akong days that, for example, Saturdays, I have to do talks. So mawawalan ako ng weekend or mawawalan ako ng reboot day. So minsan, if my schedule on a Saturday is full, I make sure that the Monday or the Friday, it's something that I would vacate, hindi ako mag-set ng meeting, to be able to recharge myself, because that is critical. And lastly, when given a task, know how to ask. What and when are the expectations from you? That's the mental. Punta tayo sa susunod. And that is the physical well-being. Nako friends, ito yata pinakamahirap. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, what are you doing to take care of your physical health? Ang daming nagsasabi ngayon, hindi naman kami lumalabas, bakit kami nagka-COVID? Pero baka naman hindi ka rin nagpapaaraw, hindi ka rin nag-exercise, nagpupuyat ka, bumababa na yung resistensya mo. So, meron din, you have to consider also that if you're always getting sick, even though that you're just home, it just might be an indicator that some hormones are not doing you well or not working properly in your system. And being sick also means that some people, their mental health get affected by physical health. So kailangan both ways. So get sun, get movement, do eat to nourish, as I always mention. So here, the physical well-being strategies, wala nang babago pa. Incorporate movement and exercise in your daily life. Dok, ang hirap. Ano naman yung 10 minutong magpaikot-ikot ka dyan sa bahay mo, magpanikpanaw ka sa hagdan, yung iba maglalabas-masok ng halaman, 'di ba? So you have to learn to move. It's just not about being sedentary. So you have to incorporate movement. So as I said earlier, my first agenda every morning, aside from taking my vitamin C tonic and apple cider, it's actually to do my yoga class. Maglaba. Maglaba, eh sana hindi yung washing machine na pipindutin mo lang, di ba? So syempre, pag naglalaba, you need to actually do a lot of movements also. I agree. Huwag naman fully automatic yan, okay? Hindi na naman siguro yung maglalaba sa batis. So maglaba, that's physical movement. House chores are physical movement. Pero wag lang sana laging nakaupo. So that's why you have to learn to incorporate movement. Next, friends, alam ko maraming guilty dito. Baka maraming magalit. Sleep. Don't belittle sleep. Many people, this pandemic, they're saying na ang baba ng resistensya nila. Whenever I would check, friend, gano'n ka ba tagal matulog? Mga 5 hours. It's not healthy. It's not enough for our hormones to regenerate. It's not enough. Maybe it's enough if we don't have much stressors. But if somebody gets sick, if we get sick, if we get exposed to the virus, if tayo ang maging at risk, lack of sleep can actually affect our whole being. So, mas madali tayong tatamaan ng sakit. So, you have to learn sleep is very critical. At least for us adults, at least 7 hours of really good sleep. Ah, you sleep late, you get up late. Ako personally, I sleep early. I'm an early, tapos automatically my body wakes up at about 6 a.m. Yan. So, kailangan talaga yan. So, for me, sleep is critical. That's why when people say they have insomnia, the more their pattern and even their mental health gets affected because the hormones that's needed by the body to function for us, it's not recovering well. So lalo na rin, pag natutulog tayo, dyan din na nare-regenerate yung cortisol. 'Di ba? So pag mataas ang cortisol sa katawan, mataas din yung stress level natin. So paano natin mapapabayan? So, kailangan nating matulog ng maayos. When all else fail, when we're so disappointed, tulog is king. Okay? Lagyan pa natin ng mga essential oils, magsuot tayo ng masarap na pajama or sleepwear o loungewear. Gamitin natin yung masarap na kumot to dictate sleep in our body. We have to have that sleep rituals to help us. Okay. And then another, eat to nourish. What's your ulam today? Over lunch. Our ulam, our staple at home, weekdays, our staple are fish and vegetables. So today we have ginisang ampalaya and and tuna. Hindi salatang tuna, the sliced tuna. So that's our usual. So tomorrow maybe we'll have gulay again and tilapia. So what am I saying here? Invest in good meals. We have to learn to eat to nourish because meals can actually help us. If we're always just eating the bad, how can our bodies be supported when stressful situations happen? So kasama yan sa physical, exercise, sleep, and nourishment. Friends, di ba ito yung mula bata tayo sinasabi? Eat well, move better, and sleep well. Itong tatlong to, ito yung pinakamura, pero ito yung pinakamahirap na sundin. Tama ba? Pero time will tell us. Ito pa rin yung tested ways for us to be well. For lalo na if we just came from sickness, these three will help us. Meron, when I got sick of flu last year, I was asked, nag-yoga ka pa rin kahit na may sakit ka? Yes. Kasi there are level 1 yoga or restorative yoga that will stretch my body but will not push me hard so that everything will circulate well. A good friend of mine, Obet Cabrillas, he loves working out. Sabi niya sa akin minsan, Itchel, pag mapuyat ka, nakaka-yoga ka pa rin kasi you cannot do cardio or you cannot do some other activities pag puyat. Kasi nga, it will affect your system. Sabi ko, yes, pag puyat ako, mas importante sa akin na mag-yoga in the morning. And I take the level 1 or the level 1, 2, the slow movements for me to stretch my body to align myself again. Kasi if not, yung puyat ko at yung sakit ng katawan ko dahil sa puyat, madadala ko yon. So, we have to really learn how our bodies is supporting whatever we're doing. So, kung ang katawan natin ay bibigay, lahat bibigay. Hindi ba? Have you thought of that? So, don't abuse your body. Friends, itong tatlong to, movements and exercise, sleeping well, and eating to nourish, these are very critical. It just says don't abuse your body. In the Bible, our bodies are temple of the Spirit. And we are stewards of God's creation, including our bodies. Hindi yan atin. Paano natin magagawa yung purpose that we are called to do if hindi natin naalagaan ang ating pangatawan? So, that's our responsibility, friends. Don't blame other people na hindi ka matulog. Don't blame your mga kasama sa bahay dahil hindi ka makakain ng healthy at wag mong sasabihin na, yung company namin walang pa-exercise. gumalaw ka. Kasi we are capable. Each time that I would do exercises, I mostly realize parang, ang sarap, Lord. Salamat kasi I can be able to move well. I can be able to stretch well. I can fold myself. I can hang on. Sabi ko kanina sa husband ko, I'm taking this 14-day strength program. Sabi ko, yes, I can do the side planks already. I can do the side planks habang nakataas yung isang paa. Sabi ko, and I can hold it for about 3 breaths. Sa akin, fulfillment yon. So, whatever small steps that we need to do, friends, take the first step. Huwag mong pabayaan na maging slack tayo. Don't slack on our bodies because we need it. We need it for our total well-being. And let's all go to the emotional and social well-being. Friends, kayo, paano nyo ini-ensure? Kayo naman ang sumagot sa akin dahil na parang nakabigla ako napagod magkwento. How do you ensure that you have emotional and social well-being? Bukod sa pakikipagchismisan dito sa coffee break na sana isang well-being hack sa inyo, what is it that's been helping you? Please put it in the comment, okay? Please set it up in the comment. What's the best time to exercise? Actually, it's up to you, Car. Ako, first thing in the morning kasi hindi yata ako makakilo sa umaga nang walang exercise. Yung iba gabi, gusto nila nag-walking sa gabi. So, it's really up to you. It's really up to where your body would ask for it. Okay? So, what about the emotional and social? Ang tanong ko sa inyo, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? Ano ang mga bagay na ginagawa mo to support your emotional and social health? So, first one, do you know how to tell your emotion? Do you know how you can tell yourself, ay, today naiinis ako. Ayan, Charlene, regular check-ins with my group of friends. That's nice. Also, you have to ask yourself, wait, naiinis ako. You have to learn, in this time and age that we need to support ourselves from stress and everything, we have to really learn to identify and name our emotions. Really, that's critical. You have to learn to name, oh, I'm really upset. I am irritated. I don't know why. I don't need to analyze, but let me acknowledge it right now. It's critical. It's important. Huwag nyong i-deny ang nararamdaman nyo. Kasi minsan, kaya tayo sumasakit ang ulo, sumasakit ang tiyan, because we're denying ourselves. Okay, the next one. You have to learn to accept the circumstances. Ayan, tinan mo. Belle, acknowledging my emotions and accepting, honoring your feelings. Wag lang kayo magpapadala sa emosyon. That's another thing. But accepting the feeling, that is critical. Yeng. Ito talaga mga katribo ko, sina Belle, sina Yeng. I listen to my feelings. I do not push myself to do that I am not comfortable to do at the moment. True. Kaya, I don't know if I mentioned it to you, our emotional health actually can help us deal with our relationships. Kaya minsan sabi ko, okay, naiinis ako ngayon, hindi ako okay, lumayo muna ang mga tao sa akin. Huwag muna akong kakausapin. Another, acceptance of circumstances, don't deny your difficulties. Pag nahihirapan, huwag mo sabihin, hindi, kaya yan. Huwag automatic. You have to learn to sit down and tell yourself na, oh my, it's really hard. I am having a hard time. You have to realize na parang, oh my God, talagang, this is not how I hope it will be. This is not how I hope things will happen. So you have to really accept circumstances aside from accepting your limits also. So, oh, that's nice. Babad sa presence, Lord. Kasama yan. Yan ang punchline natin mamaya. Nauuna ka na naman, first honor, Car Manuel. Rie, I talk to my mentors to process feelings. Yan yung susunod ko. You have to learn to connect with the right people. Not all people, some are just mga marisol na taga-sulsol lang sa nararamdaman or pinagdadaanan. But you have to tune in, maybe like what you do here. like listening to Coffee Break will help you retool your head. That is something, and to help you process your feelings. On you have to engage in mood boosting activities. So ako, anong ginagawa ko? Kailangan may iba akong gawin. I need to move with my hands. I need to create soaps. I need sometimes to make kot-kot. I need to go to the lanai and then take take my take my drink there, not wine, kefir, the healthy drink. So I need to engage in things that makes me happy. Okay, I need to put on good makeup, especially for on days that are really stressful, because kailangan nating magawa something that will help us push our mood. And lastly, ito yung pinaka punchline natin, yung sinimulan ni Ma'am Carmanuel, is actually our spiritual well-being. Never let a day pass without prayer. Never let a day pass without listening to the Lord. We, even if it's just listening and sitting down in His presence. And ako personally, I have my mass in the morning. I have my devotionals, my muni-muni reflection. Pag hindi pa rin ako kinausap ni Lord, meron din ako pinapakinggan, the full tank of Brother Bo Sanchez. So these things, ngayon year na to, I devoted my time. I have a special planner. Yung planner ko yung devoted lang sa lahat ng insights na nare-realize ko at the big message that the Lord is telling me in the morning. So, minsan babalikan ko, minsan hindi, pero gusto kong makita kung paano gumalaw si Lord sa buhay ko at sa prayer life ko. Kasi feeling ko, it's writing it down, it's actually tracking everything. So, it's like the weekly planner journal, mga snippet lang. I realize nakaka-overwhelm pala yung sobrang laki at sobrang open diary. So, it's just actually doing something for my soul, because I really believe this. At the start of the year, this is the message, and this is what I'm going to share with you. Today, this is the message that the Lord has given me also. We have to continue plugging into Him. Our well-being would actually fall if we do not anchor it with Him. He, the one who made us, the Lord who made us, is actually the one whom our body belongs and honor, is actually the one taking care of our relationships and our emotional life, and He, the one who made us. If we are clear with our direction, if we are clear that He is in control, actually that's a good way for us to take care of our mental well-being, because at the end of it all, the summary of actually learning the practical tips to take care of our mental work-life well-being, kahit gaano pa karaming unos or difficulties or challenges na dumating sa atin, friends, supporting our well-being, it's our responsibility. So you have to take small steps, and this is the question that I will leave you with. What new steps can you do to support your work-life well-being? Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to your employers. Don't leave it to people around you. You are in charge. The Lord has given us all the capacity, all the resources. It does not need to be complicated. We just need to do simple steps to support ourselves. And that, my friends, is Coffee Break for this afternoon. I hope that I supported you with practical tips to well-being. And if you can support me too, by sending stars here in Facebook, or if you would like to send a financial support, you can just send a message to me here at my Facebook page, and we can send you the Gcash number. So I hope that Coffee Break has blessed you today, blessed your well-being. Please, I am not in charge of you. You are in charge of well-being. Share this to family and friends. Share with me your insights and realizations for today. And I hope to see you again next week in Coffee Break. Thank you, friends. Be safe, be sane, and be well. God bless you. This is Dr. Michele Alignay.